Going live. So I can make sure it's going. All right, stream is live and it is going. Healthy.
Your upload
Sound like
isn't.
a doctor right now.
You went super blocky.
Living secretly in Minecraft right now.
Beep boop, beep boop.
It was my timer, my alarm to hop on the board meeting.
This was Spazacarp a second ago.
Am I still pixelated to hell?
You're a little better. It's coming back.
I don't know. I am pixelated all to high hell.
Yeah.
No, you were like 8-bit a minute ago. Now I can actually make out
You
the
were
strands of
you
your
were like
hair a little
bathroom tiled wall, and now you're just
Yeah.
kind of blurry.
Everything's so blurry.
Just get glasses for this stream. It's fine.
What if I... Why do I have two windows open?
Damn it, Jamie. Why do you make me hungry?
Probably, but doesn't help.
I've heard that before. Oh wait, never mind.
I said hungry, not thirsty.
It's pumpkin spice season, even though my fucking AC is running.
No, we'll buy all the way.
There, you will always have AC running in Florida.
I know.
damn
Well,
humidity.
no, there were like 3 days last year because my house doesn't maintain its temperature pretty well. Where
But that
I
humidity.
didn't have the AC running, and it was glorious. It was beautiful.
Just
Yeah.
think of it like this. You are role-playing for eventually having to maintain the life support.
Eat all the pie.
I have been living Spaceship U for a year and a half. I am good at maintaining the life support mostly, as long as it involves pie. Or something.
Pie.
I don't have
That
pie
looks
at
like-
present.
That looks like pumpkin.
It's pumpkin spice season.
Mm.
This is actually from a online get-together from last week where I wanted to find the most obnoxious pumpkin spice thing to put in my sister's face. And this came close. Like, I couldn't find something on short enough notice, but this came pretty close.
You're revealing a whole new side of you.
Oh, I have to
Is there
verify
really
that I'm really
anything-
who I am.
That you didn't know?
It's something I could have
I do
predicted,
enjoy
but I don't
pumpkin
like to make
spice.
assumptions.
It's people. Hello, people.
These are the annoying people. I mean,
Okay, that got really confusing.
What?
Lindsay just joined, and then
Card
Brian
moved.
moved over to where she was. So for a second, I was like, "Brian, you grew your hair out."
I mean, when you're stuck in quarantine for that long,
This is fair.
you don't know how many times I have made like terrible dad joke about not being able to grow out my quarantine beard to my coworkers. I work in STEM.
The threshold for humor is very low. We understand.
Well, and my team only has one other woman on it, so I can make jokes like that and then watch them all briefly squirm, and then like the guys who've known me for a decade are laughing, and everybody else knows it's okay to laugh. But
Okay, I have
We have a couple guys
killed.
with some pretty.
Is this just a
fucking
form of
epic
contractor
quarantine
sadism? Is that what this is?
A little bit. It's gentle hazing.
I think I have
I-
turned down everything as much as I can, and I'm still blurry as hell.
you are a little bit on the blurry side.
Have you tried enhancing
Uh,
it?
Wow.
Is there something
What a
radioactive in your room?
gosh.
I love how it got even blurrier just as you went to gesture.
I'm sure
That
if
was
we,
impressive censoring.
if we get enough people to join, the boxes will be small enough that the pixelation
won't
doesn't
matter.
matter.
I stream
We're all
how
up to
long is
everybody
this?
I see you've seen how my work operates.
I don't think this is long enough to reach the router.
Just put it further in the background. Nobody will notice. It's the answer to everything.
Whatever, y'all look fine on my end at least. It's not like
Do
I'll
I?
be
We're not on your
Talking.
end. That's awkward.
a lot.
Oh my
It's
god,
not-
YouTube!
At least I'm
I don't
not
want to
here. I'm
create a
over
channel
here.
with this account. Why? What the?
It's not like
What?
I talk a
I'll
lot in these
talk to you
meetings or
later.
anything and all that.
I'm trying to sign into the YouTube account for the lab and check the stream stat, and it keeps asking me to create an account.
Oh, I'm on the stream stat. What stat do you want?
Oh, it didn't have me in the right account. There we go.
Enable
This will fix it.
DVR. Well, what stream stat do you want? I'll give it to you.
No, I can see it.
Okay.
I've got access.
The stream is healthy.
Unlike many of the people on the stream.
How many people are here?
All of us. Okay.
50.
Thank you. I'll be here all night. Tip your servers.
Meow, meow, meow.
Or update them, really.
Meow, meow, meow. What?
I was going to say, like, I hear meowing, but I'm not sure which of you it is, because it could be literally anyone. Either them or their cat.
Why not both?
That's true.
No, you just
Aw,
want to meow at
Pete.
me from down there?
Oh, that's a puppy.
It's a puppy. It's Dexter.
Hello, puppy. I only saw, like, the back of a floof, but now I see a head of a floof.
You see all the floof.
Oh.
He just got his haircut too.
Oh. That's a good-looking puppy.
Come on. Oh, you're too heavy. Ow. $8:05. Is anyone else gonna come and join us? We are at 15 people.
Pretty big.
I think that's
this
a
month.
record for this year.
9%.
I think we peaked 20.
Yeah, I mean, it's Eternal Tuesday, so every day is the same. This is like the 432nd of March. So you might be right. Although for the record, it's week 79.
I was going to say
Not
it's
that
more
I'm
like
counting.
the 500th of March.
Do you
Well, there's that.
remember
It is week 79, day 2,
21st of
since
September?
work sent us home.
7 times 8 is something.
56.
Damn it, you nerd!
Pot, kettle.
Some
You
of us
black
are not
son.
prepared to math.
Or just incapable.
I'm gonna hold. I'm
I
gonna
could if
hold
my
all
brain was half
jokes.
functional, but my brain's currently being preoccupied by pain.
I'm gonna give people
I mean,
4
or like
more
it's some
minutes.
like I don't.
So what you're
I don't know
saying
if I'm
is,
upset.
so what you're saying is, Blackheart, you need more drugs.
No,
Oh, right. They pulled
no.
out your face.
Yeah, no. The stuff in my
How's
face
your
is
face?
wearing off, and honestly, the wearing off felt weirder than the. I stopped bleeding, so that's good.
Are you gonna meow all meeting?
Yeah, I am. Oh, you weren't talking to me.
No, I can fix you. Jamie, you're on mute. We can't hear you.
You ruined my joke. Eat a dick.
Oh.
You muted my joke. It's
No.
about getting fixed.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Spice stick thing.
No, you
Let's hear it. Come on.
It's too late. Like
said
after
could
you
fix
get
me, but I
fixed.
said I asked my doctor about that, and he said I'm too young. But up.
Mm.
Oh, it's another kitty. Oh.
Put your tongue back in your mouth.
It's Allie.
Did you bite your tongue? Oh, there it goes.
Is that Dumpster or the other kitty?
There's a
On
the
bunch of
floor.
kitties.
And they're
Allie,
both over there.
welcome.
Yay! How's Dumpster doing? Oh. Oh, he's so much bigger.
There, now you can see him. He is. He's
That's
getting
a healthy kitty.
big. He's lost all of his baby pudge.
Oh.
All right, 2-minute warning. So, how's everyone been?
Hanging in
Tired.
there.
But isn't everybody?
Default state.
Yeah. At this point, yeah.
I just changed state.
I'm
Solid
going for
liquid gas or
plasma.
plasma.
Beat me to it.
I am a being of pure energy.
Plasma.
I
Then.
am
All
with the
that
application
steel
of
you-
caffeine.
All that steel you've been cutting. That's a lot of energy.
Yeah, I was gonna chop saw that, and then I was like, you know what? This is BS. I'm going to use the bandsaw. I can just set it and forget it,
There you go.
and I can do 10 tubes at a time. Speaking of, I think the belt needs replaced. You might not be able to tell, but I'm smiling. Apparently, running 2 instances of meat and a stream is too much for my Wi-Fi.
Well, this should make you feel better. All I'm running right now is my computer with Google Meet on there, and internet goes, "Oh, sorry, your internet's is unstable." Like,
That used to have, I was on CenturyLink when I first moved to Orlando. 2 people would get on like a voice call almost 10 years ago. So voice calls were not what they are now.
That little town of 600 people in Kentucky that I've been visiting has fiber.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
I
Like
thought you were about to
100
say they all shared the same payphone.
like $100 a month. I'm like,
There's a friend of mine lived up there for a little bit. He had gig fiber
yeah, that's what I got.
in an area up there, and it was, I think he was paying like $120 or something for it.
Yeah, it's
But
stupid
I was
cheap.
like, that's insane. And we
Probably
can't get that crap down here.
cheap to install up there.
Yeah, I don't know. It was already installed in my house, so
But like, you don't have to worry about closing a lane of a busy road or digging up a sidewalk. You just go along the street, dig a trench, drop it in.
Buddy of mine out in Geneva, so not terribly far, but he's in ding 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 ding. I have no neighbors, Geneva. Got fiber run out to his place, and it took a solid like 8 months for them to actually get it done. But we all hate him now because he was the one like dialing into work meetings where he would beg people, please don't make me turn my camera on. Please don't turn your cameras on because everything's going to, and he'd cut off as he crashed off the internet.
That's not what. It's not.
now
where
he
I thought
owns the
that was
internet.
Going.
Now he owns the internet.
Now he owns like a whole internet all by himself, and we hate him for it.
All right, we're going to start this meeting. Welcome and call to order. Thank you for coming to the September edition of the FamiLAB member meeting. Remember, it's the 21st of September. Is Dan here?
He is.
He is. Dan,
Yes.
take us through financials.
Hey, so this month we got our Amazon Smile donation, which was $285 this month. So thank you to everybody who is still buying lots of stuff on Amazon and tagging us on it, or smiling upon us with it. We lost
And
one
be
member.
sure to double check because I think it's like every year it like kicks you off and asks you have to assign your thing again.
Okay, I shall double check that, make sure that we continue to get that.
Yeah, it's frustrating, and it'll do it without a notification. You'll just suddenly go, "Hey, I'm not using Smile anymore. What happened?"
And this is also your reminder that we're also a charity on Humble Bundle and all of those other places. So don't forget to mark them there.
Yep, that is true. With membership, we lost one member. We just had a new member start paying just a few days ago, I believe, which is awesome. We're definitely, it feels like we're getting more continued in or more interest in people coming out and wanting to see what's going on out at the lab, which it's always, it's remaining to be a bit of a struggle given the whole COVID restrictions and the fact that there aren't people out here on a regular basis or at our regular Tuesday nights. So we're trying to do our best to make sure that we're facilitating that happening because membership's important. But everything is good. Everything is very stable financially. We're meeting all of our bills and able to build up the reserves a little bit every month. So nothing much to complain about there. In fact, we even, we got through another summer without very high electrical bills, thanks to COVID mostly, I believe, and occasionally AC not running. That helps too.
And to touch on your point about memberships and people, helping give them tours and such like that, the important part of the membership process is having multiple points of view for this person. Like, how is this prospective member going to in a community? Are they a good fit? FamiLAB is first and foremost a community. We're a community with really awesome toys and a really nice space, but community is first.
Yeah, absolutely, and it and it really goes it really goes both ways. I mean, it's important for us to make sure that the people that we're that are applying for membership are going to be a good fit with us, and it's good for the people there to get as best of a view or as broad of a view of what FamiLAB is about, so they come into the group with a good understanding of what what we are beyond just a place with a bunch of tools and equipment. So yeah, trying to make sure that we do have some interaction and encourage the interaction between potential members and existing members is, it's not happening as naturally and organically now as it has in past years. So we have to keep working at that as what best we can.
Yeah, it used
Unless
to be on Tuesday nights they would hang out for a bit until we get talking about dicks, and we'd either scare them off or they'd fit in.
right, yeah, they'd either run away or become a member once we got to the dicks. So
That's how it should be.
exactly. So that's apparently we haven't scared off Benjamin Elliott yet, according to his little chat there. It's a prospective member not scared off by the dicks, so that's good.
Not yet.
Not yet. Give Jamie a chance. She'll work on you.
Do we get donations out of this at least?
Anyways, Dan, thank you for taking us through the financials and more. That does hit a topic that's in the business of the agenda, which is members, if you are able to help us out on Slack, that's a perspective and is asking if anyone's available or going to be at lab, let them know. And if you are going to be at lab, be like, hey, your perspective, I'm going to be at the space, and you can come out and hang out. On that topic, all members must wear, or not members, all members and people in general must wear masks at FamiLAB on premises, please, to keep everybody safe. When you leave FamiLAB at the end of the day, night, whenever, the door is closing behind you, and at the side door, bay door, everything's closed up. The front door, sometimes when it rains, it can get a little sticky. We haven't had a problem lately, but season where we might have that problem.
I've been hitting with lube every Saturday morning.
Thank you. See you, Dan. Thank you.
Bye.
Maker Faire. Maker Faire is coming up in November 13th and 14th, to be specific. Thing that FamiLAB has done in years past is the Learn to Solder, and can get enough volunteers together. We would love to do it again. Way for FamiLAB to get our name out there and also make some money, which is nice. And just a good way to give back to the maker community at large. Start seeing, well, we need to see if we have enough interest from the membership to staff that with volunteers. Outside of a few key components or a few key people, it's 4-hour volunteer shifts, and you get the rest of the day to Maker Faire for free. Will their volunteers run under? But we're trying to see that. Obviously, COVID is still a reality, so I understand if people are not willing to take the risk. If we're going to put a call for volunteers out there, and the Maker Faire channel should be open. So,
sorry.
Go ahead. Maker Faire is not, in fact, a trap. Maker Faire for many years, and I have yet to fall into a trap, and I am still alive. Best effort to kill me. If you don't know, I run Robot Ruckus at Maker Faire, all the robot fighting. That's fun. So check out the Maker Faire channel in Slack. That's where we'll post any updates on that. And if we don't get enough volunteers together for Learn to Solder, let's have a table to display our awesome stuff we make at. Does it? We were going to have a. Yes, Lindsay, raise your hand.
Yeah. The Learn to Solder,
polite.
should we hold off on signing up with FamiLAB, or just go ahead and go through the Maker Faire Orlando call for volunteers and put FamiLAB as the organization we're with?
So for the learn to solder, it's more of like if you volunteer for Maker Faire itself, where we'll get a list of people together and we'll be like, hey, we need this many badges. The call in the past as part of FamiLAB was more for the display table and area. We would like to focus our energy and volunteers on Learn to Solder. We could use them, and we would then have a display table in that same area, so we would not need call for makers filled out.
Okay, so just go to the channel and to our FamiLAB channel and tell you guys we want to be on the list.
Put together a Google form so people can submit it and volunteer.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
And as far as that goes, when we've done Learn to Solder in the past, we've provided like our own solder kits and things. So it is more us than Maker Faire on the soldering front.
I think in the last couple years they have gotten solder kits together for other events, like they did some Learn to Solder at MegaCon.
Okay.
So it'd be a mix of our equipment and their equipment.
And in the past, they provided stuff like solder and solder wick and that sort of thing. Where we provide, where we would bring our irons, and Tampa frequently contributed irons to us so that we could almost double the number pretty much. And Maker Faire would supply consumables, but it was driven entirely by FamiLAB.
Yeah, I believe Skycraft donates solder, and they have like Maker Faire and Skycraft have a good relationship for that. We provide basically, and the high level grunt work of keeping track of everything and tracking money and stuff you don't necessarily want to give to just any volunteer.
Money, waivers, queuing, and making sure that your volunteers aren't burning small children. The FamiLAB folks also were the ones who, if we had like a touchy parent or a touchy child, would be the ones to teach them rather than, Joe Blow, random ass volunteer.
Yeah. Thank you, Jamie. I actually appreciate that because you've done Learn to Solder more than anybody else here, I think. Okay, so now we've already kind of segued into it, but this is the part of the meeting that we leave up for discussions. If anybody has anything they would like on the official agenda and minutes, or if you have any show and tell that you would like to show off, anything of the sort. Show and tell, especially. Show us what you've been making.
I have a show and tell this time.
Is it the cat?
Yeah, finally. No, but it's Firefly. I decided one day when I was extremely bored that I needed to print off a bunch of Kaylee photos from the interwebs, and then transfer them to wood so that I could have my own artwork to hang up around the house. And I went over to the lab, of course, masked and cleaned up behind myself and re-sanitized, and cut these down. So I have 3. Fortunately, I only have 2 hands, so let me try this. Got these guys. And then this one probably looks familiar to anyone who's ever seen Mike King wearing this shirt. And that's what I've been doing.
Those look nice.
Thank you. I purposely picked an inkjet printer to do this so that it looked a little more aged. What I kind of gathered from researching before I did this was that if you used laser printer or a laser jet, it comes out crisper. If I remember to do it in the future, I might try the whole freezer paper transfer method and see how that comes out. But that's my show and tell.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Does anybody else have any show and tell? That was awesome. I'm putzing with the stream setup.
Oh wait, I'm muted. I have a thing, but it's kind of attached to my monitor, so I can try to bring my laptop up and just turn it around, hopefully.
Don't fling your laptop.
I've done that before. It's not good.
You have to turn on your camera.
I'm getting there. I gotta find which window is on. Oh, here we go. Everything's running really slowly. Sure.
He's just trying to hide the fact that he had to find pants.
Hey, it's me. Okay, here we go. Okay. Hold on. Let me come around here.
That is
Okay, I made this thing. It's kind of attached to my monitor right now. Basically, I sit here and play games and or work. So I wanted somebody to mount the speaker. So I laser cut this. Lily saw it, so she knows it's real, hopefully. But it's just laser cut, and there's a couple T-joints for that part of it that holds the speaker. So I need to paint it still. Or I put primer on, but I need to finish painting it tomorrow. But it works okay.
Surprise, don't you make enough speakers and speaker mounts at work?
Yeah, but I wanted to make one for me. I don't get to make anything for me. But yeah, that's the thing I made. I'm trying to plug my laptop back in. Okay, I'm back. I made a thing.
awesome. What's been going on in the chat?
Yay, thing!
Anybody
laptop's
else
running
have
very
any
slowly.
show and tell or other discuss? Wonderful. Moving on. Upcoming events. They are all virtual as possible. The next board meeting will be October 12th at 8 p.m. Member meeting will be October 19th at 8 p.m. And then Maker Faire Orlando, which isn't virtual, but that will be November 13th and 14th. They have any in-person events at FamiLAB planned or scheduled? Ongoing COVID pandemic. For the Awesome Box, Michelle would like to. Board is awesome for supporting each other when other board members need help. Yes. Thank you to everyone else on the board that helps, and I think that we do a good job of supporting each other and filling in for each other when needed. New members. So we have 3 people to introduce this month. Who would like to go first? Who's chomping at the bit?
Yeah, I didn't know when the appropriate time was, so sorry if I seem too eager.
That's fine. We like eager. So go ahead, introduce yourself. Tell us what you like to make, what brought you to FamiLAB, etc., etc.
Cool. Yeah. So growing up, my dad's two-car garage was a woodworking studio. So that is, childhood ingrained. Then in middle school, went to what is now the Rep, but once upon a time it was the Civic Theater, Central Florida, and I started doing set building, light design, sound design, which then went into high school. So the behind the scenes set building kind of feel is immediately where I was immersed when I went to check out FamiLAB. And Roger was kind enough to give me a tour. I dragged my dad around because, again, the woodworking prospect. So we were both checking that out, I think about 3 Sundays ago, and it was it exceeded my expectations. So hats off to you guys for putting together a very impressive. I don't even know what to call it. It's just so many things, isn't it? So what I've been up to in the recent past is 3D printing, getting into that. I've got plenty of plastic sitting around here that some of it serves a purpose and some of it's just fun and pretty. And what I do on a day-to-day basis, I'm an Air Force veteran. Used to do all the things with the drones and have kind of gone away from the aviation and moved over into cybersecurity. So now I lead phishing simulations on behalf of Department of Homeland Security and write Python scripts to automate it. So you may have seen me poking my nose around in the Python programming. I think I caused a kerfuffle in the food channel on talking about a Docker image that I use to manage food stuff. So
Oh, that's you.
Yeah, hi. So yeah, I like what I saw in human form, checking out the warehouse like place, but I also, checking out the Slack, it seems like I'm kicking myself for having not discovered that you guys exist sooner. So not to sound too desperate here.